It's dark. It's 6 a.m. Sun rises at 6:45 a.m. and I woke up at 3:30 a.m. I don't know what's going on. I'm having a lot of sleepless nights, but I thought, hey, let's see if we can get a sunrise. So I'm down in Folkestone, and hopefully, clouds allowing, I'm standing here with the light, so at least you get some illumination. Hopefully, I can set up and capture something. And I think it's mostly because I'm not indoors, if that makes sense. You wake up and you just got to do something, haven't you? So I'll have a little walk around and hopefully find myself a little location and then just plonk myself down, wait for the sun. So there you go, there was a couple of shots for the blue hour. Morning blue hour kind of follows on from that other video I did, doesn't it? Do you do that? Do you get up early and think, I'll just go out and take some photographs? And it is early because the rubbish men are here collecting. Anyway, I thought I would, it's a strange thing. I was sat there indoors on the sofa. I'd woken up at 3:30 and kind of the inspiration, you've got to do something, you've got to go out. This is what I'm looking at. There's the port of Dover in the distance, and the sun is supposed to creep up just about that general direction. I did see some orange hues, but of course it's cloudy, and I kind of knew that. I saw the weather map and I thought, yeah, despite that, I'll go and see if I can do some pictures. So I think I'll just have a walk down there, see how the waves are crashing up against the rocks, maybe be able to get a shot or two. Mostly because I'm out, right? I'm not going to get a sunrise. I thought I would. Hey ho. I can see France though. I wonder if I can give you a live view of France with my 200mm zoom reach. I think you can see France all in the distance. That's at 200mm. Release that a little so I can turn it. Some kind of boat in the harbour, in the sea. There's a tanker on the... Whoop. Going fully manual here. Tanker on the horizon. So I'm going to walk down. You never know, I might be able to capture something. Tide is coming in, actually, and the sands, lovely patterns in the sands, but actually it feels like I'm sinking. Uninspired. I'm joined by the seagulls. It's got to be the lighthouse, there's nothing else. I haven't got sunshine. There's some very nice wash going on. It's the tide coming in. I'm wondering if I can actually go really low on the tripod so that I'm almost level with the waves. Suddenly a hint of inspiration here. Capture the lighthouse fully manual so that I can control everything. I'm going to get dirty knees, but hey ho, that's the way it goes. I'll bring it up so that I can focus and do my settings. That's what I'm hoping to capture, just a little bit of the wave action. If I come right out at 18, obviously it's just a bit silly, isn't it? But it's having maybe a hint of the sand, and also, see, I want the Folkestone sign with the lighthouse, but I want some crashing waves. See those waves in the foreground, they're lovely. I'll have to capture them quickly. Right, let's set up for a shot. First of all, I'm going to make sure that I'm in focus so that I can then lock the focus in. Focus on the lighthouse. That's it, it beeped at me, so that's locked in. If I want to capture the waves, then I need quite a fast action. So maybe a couple of shots here just to test the water. Play on words there. We've got a live swimmer coming in. Just going to try this with a couple of settings. 40th of a second at 3.5 with ISO 100, and it's too dark. So I need to bump up that ISO. So let's try 800. This is, I want the fast action, you see. That's doing it. Okay, that was a test shot. But ISO 800. So to get it right down, 25th of a second, f5.3. It's too shallow a depth of field, f5.3. But I got the waves. So let's just drop the ISO back to 100. I'm going to fib it. I don't care if it's where am I going? F8, 1/3 of a second. It won't get the wave action because it's 1/3 of a second, so there'll be wave movement, and there is wave movement. Had there been a sunrise, I would have been inspired. This is turning out to be just a walk on the beach with my camera. There's nothing actually to take a photograph of. Maybe those early morning shots were the ones with the oh, that's lovely. Looking at the DJI and what it's giving me, that's a really lovely scene. So maybe what I actually need to think about is some of this wash coming up and capture it as it recedes on a long exposure. Yes, that's it. That's giving me some thought and inspiration. Not so much putting the lighthouse in the background. I think it's more just try and capture the wash as it's receding and going backwards. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do kind of a long exposure, maybe a second, maybe a couple of seconds, just as the wash recedes. I'll put some horizon on the top third. Every 7th wave, right? That's my angle of attack. I'm going straight in and try and capture the wash, but I think every 7th wave. So, you know, big wave, couple of receding ones, and then another big wave. That should be good. Yeah, she's gone out. She's having a swim. Hopefully she doesn't come across, you know, my angle here. Here come the big waves. So let's focus in. Lock the focus in. Perhaps I will have... shall I have 2 seconds? See, that's saying it's too dark. Or too bright, rather. 2 seconds at f16. Just a test shot. Yes, very bland. I need less seconds, I think, because I'm not getting any bubbles. F13 at a second. Here comes a big wave. I see the wash. I think I might go down there for more wash action. That's nice. Got 3 levels. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see it where the seagulls are, but where the wash has come right in, it's giving us that nice glazed look. Come on, seagulls! I'm in your territory now. Let's see them moving off. Woo! And they fly away. So what am I seeing here? I'm seeing 4 tiers. Can you see it? There's the outer edge, then you get the wash coming in, then the next wave, and then the big wave after that. Gosh, it changes every fleeting second. But I am seeing some nice abstract kind of things going on here. Straighten up the horizon. I feel like it should be a fine art, so it might be changing it to monochrome. Let it pop, because colour isn't perhaps the best thing here. I want a fast speed, that's the problem, because I feel I want to capture the wave just as it washes in. But if I go on long exposure, then it's just washed out. So let's have a look here. It's all trial and error, isn't it, with me? 25th of a second, let's just see what happens. Okay, I've got the speed, but it's too dark, so we'll bump the ISO up to 400. Yeah, that's giving me 25th of a second. 20th of a second. I like the fact that I can use the metering, because then... yeah, lovely. But I think the dynamics... everything is grey, and we've got the mid-grey of the sensor on here. Uh-oh, tide's coming in, look. It's getting closer. Very therapeutic though, isn't it? So I'm going to go to F8. 1/6 of a second. Might be just enough. Yeah, that's lovely. thought he was coming to have a chat or something. I would have been inspired had there been a sunrise. But it's great getting out with the camera anyway. So I think I'll call it quits there. Thank you for watching and bearing with, as I always say. Oh, trying to do the fourth leg and I've only got 3. So yeah, wake up early in the morning and I'm late for breakfast. Sorry, there's a song in there, isn't there, somewhere? It may well set me up for the day, just being out, you know. Anyway, Scandinavia is calling in about just 3 weeks' time. I keep harping on about it, but I have some plans, and the thing is, it's being able to take photographs in a completely new environment. So when I visit Oslo, do I want to go up to the Holmenkollen ski jump and take some wonderful shots of the city from a great height with all the lights? Or do I want to go around the city, do some street photography? And then there's Sweden, because I'll be going to Gothenburg as well. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll get me out of the tedium and I will expand my photography palette. Hey ho, well thank you again for watching and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.